Portuguese food best represents how a country's gastronomy can take advantage of its geographic location and diversity. With access to the Atlantic and Mediterranean, Portuguese cuisine diversifies itself with elements from both the sea and its interiors. A country with a vast range of recipes filled with influences and inspirations from all over the world.
Minho. Papas de sarrabulho.
Is originally from Minho, in the north of Portugal. Potatoes are cooked with pork blood, chicken, pork, ham, sausages, smoked sausage, cumin, lemon and bread or corn flour. Tasty. It's a very strong dish, ideal for cold winter weather.
Rojões à moda do Minho.
Rojões are pork meat pieces, boneless and with fat. The meat receives a long marinade in green wine, bay leaf, pepper, and salt. Then, sear the meat in the lard and cook in the marinade sauce until it softens. Like cabidela, it could also include the animal's blood during cooking.
Arroz de pato.
Duck rice is amongst the most popular foods in Portuguese cuisine and is also known as arroz de Braga due to its supposed homeland. The secret of this dish is in the broth used to cook the rice, the same in which the duck, sausage, ham, and spices were previously cooked. Duck meat is shredded, mixed with cooked rice, and then finished in the oven.
Arroz de lampreia.
Rice with lamprey. The star ingredient in this classic Portuguese stew is lamprey fish. The dish consists of sautéed onions, olive oil, wine, smoked sausage, rice, and lamprey, which is cut into smaller pieces and then marinated in a combination of vinegar, wine, various herbs, and its blood. All the ingredients are combined and cooked until the stew thickens and develops its typical dark brown color. It is traditionally prepared between January and April when lampreys are in season.
Frango de churrasco.
The piri-piri chicken is a grilled chicken. The chicken is marinated in a chili sauce called piri-piri before being grilled or roasted and usually served with rice, potatoes, and salad.
Caldo verde.
Considered one of the 7 wonders of Portuguese cuisine in the soup category, caldo verde is pure warmth. A slightly thick soup, the caldo verde recipe is made with potatoes, cabbage, sausage, garlic, and onion.
Rabanada.
Rabanada, also known as golden slice, porrada slice, or egg slice, is a sweet made from wheat bread in slices that, after being soaked in milk, wine or sugar syrup, are passed through eggs and fried or roasted. They are served sprinkled with cinnamon sugar or drizzled with sugar syrup, maple syrup or honey.
Trás-os-montes. Feijoada à transmontana.
It is a traditional dish, and usually prepared with red beans and various parts of the pig such as foot, ear, snout, belly, sausages, and others, served with white rice. Is the Portuguese version of chili, and it's the most traditional style of Portuguese feijoada and the basis for all others, including the famous Brazilian one. This meaty dish is made with red kidney beans, in a time when meat was scarce and peasants used every single part of the pig.
Chanfana.
Famous for using meat from old female goats, chanfana is very popular in Trás-os-Montes region. A roasted dish made with old goat meat bathed in red wine, bay leaf, garlic, and other spices like salt and pepper. To soften the meat and make it tasty, is traditionally roasted for long hours in a wooden oven using a black clay tray called caçoila.
Polvo alagareiro.
The term lagareiro represents the olive oil mill workers from the producing areas. Hence the name of the dish that uses olive oil in large quantities. The recipe consists of boiled octopus baked in the oven, drizzled with a lot of olive oil, accompanied by garlic, onion, and potatoes.
Alheira.
Few Portuguese foods carry a history as impressive as the alheira. A Portuguese sausage made mainly with chicken meat and bread was created to deceive those who persecuted and killed Jewish people during the Spanish Inquisition. The Alheira de Mirandela, which has an ETG protection seal, is considered one of the 7 wonders of Portuguese gastronomy. Currently, it is made with different types.
Cozido à portuguesa.
Portuguese stew is a type of cozido, traditional Portuguese boiled meal. Is prepared with a multitude of vegetables, cabbages, beans, potatoes, carrots, turnips, rice, meat, chicken, pork ribs, bacon, pork ear and trotters, various parts of beef, and smoked sausages, chorico, farinheira, morcella, and blood sausage, among others. It is traditionally spiced with a fair amount of red pepper paste, white pepper and cinnamon.
Porto. Francesinha.
This Portuguese sandwich was considered one of 12 life-changing sandwiches you've never heard of by the Daily Meal. The current francesinha is thought to have been invented in the 1960s by a Portuguese emigrant who tried to adapt the French croque monsieur to Portuguese taste. It's a staple dish in Porto, and it classically includes bread, ham, linguiça, fresh sausage, steak or roast meat, and covered with melted cheese and a hot, secret sauce served with French fries.
Tripas à moda do Porto.
Typical of Porto, this dish carries many stories that go back to the 15th century. Porto-style guts became so famous that local people came to be called tripeiros. Initially served with tripe and bread, the recipe gained new ingredients over time. In addition to tripe, belly, and sausage, it now includes white beans, onions, carrots, garlic, and other seasonings, all well cooked and served with rice.
Bacalhau Gomes de Sá.
A traditional recipe that adds milk, onion, garlic, olive oil, and potatoes, seasoned with salt and pepper. In the end, add parsley, pieces of boiled eggs, and black olives. Is one of the most traditional codfish dishes in Portuguese cuisine. With simple ingredients and preparation, this dish demonstrates the harmony of Portuguese cuisine's flavors.
Feijoada de mariscos.
A typical Portuguese coast dish, made with white beans and seafood, usually includes fish, shrimp, mussels, and shellfish. To season, it takes white wine, onion, tomato, coriander, and more.
Sardinhas assadas.
Delicious grilled sardines, preferably only with coarse salt. More than a traditional delicacy at popular parties and family lunches, a portion of grilled sardines is synonymous with health and good nutrients.
Bifana.
The bifana sandwiches are much more than bread with slices of pork meat. The meat is cooked in a lightly spicy sauce containing various spices and secret ingredients that vary from chef to chef. By far, one of the most popular sandwiches in Portuguese cuisine.
Aveiro. Ovos moles.
Literally flaxseed eggs, ovos moles is a local delicacy from Aveiro. It comes from the ancient convents of the city and is simply made of egg yolks and sugar. The sweet mix is poured into small maritime-inspired sugary molds like seashells, fish, or clams. Perfect for those of you with a sweet tooth.
Beira Alta. Queijo da Serra.
A blessing for cheese aficionados, production of Queijo da Serra cheese has very rigorous rules to follow. It's mostly produced during the winter months, and it has a maturation period that must last at least 30 days. It is a very rich cheese produced in the Serra da Estrela mountains with local sheep's milk that live on wild herbs. It can either be eaten when it's runny and buttery or ripened and firm.
Beira Litoral. Leitão da Bairrada.
Typical in the Bairrada region, is one of those Portuguese dishes in which the recipe remained practically unchanged over time. It is also on the list of the 7 wonders of Portuguese food. Leitão à Bairrada obeys strict preparation rules, ranging from the pig's choice to the slaughter and preparation method. It is seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic, etc., and roasted for hours until golden brown.
Extremadura e Ribatejo. Caldeirada de peixe.
This savory stew includes a variety of fish differing in texture and taste, such as mackerel, monkfish, and cod, and sometimes it may also have shellfish. It starts off with the most common Portuguese base: onions, garlic, tomatoes, and parsley. Once you're done eating all the fish, it's the perfect dish to dip a fresh and crusty bread roll in.
Lisboa. Pastel de nata, pastel de Belém.
This one cannot be left out. Pastel de nata or pastel de Belém is one of the most coveted items to accompany an afternoon coffee. Pastel de Belém's original recipe is secret and has remained intact since its origins in the 19th century. In general, the pastel de nata is made with a crunchy and thin puff pastry filled with a cream that takes egg yolks, sugar, and milk. Then, sprinkle with sugar and cinnamon.
Bacalhau à Brás.
A famous cod dish made with shredded codfish, crispy sticky potatoes, olive oil, and eggs. All mixed with onion, parsley, and garlic. Cod à Brás is a simple recipe from the Portuguese cuisine, but it explores all the flavors of its ingredients, resulting in a classic dish full of personality.
Setúbal. Choco frito.
Choco frito, or fried cuttlefish, is Setúbal's staple dish and the Portuguese version of fish and chips. It's a very simple recipe, we'd even call it healthier fast food option, typically served with French fries, and it tastes even better when eaten by the seaside.
Alentejo. Migas.
Migas is usually enjoyed as a side dish. It is usually made with leftover bread from the Alentejo region in southern Portugal, garlic, olive oil, and can include other ingredients such as pork meat, tomatoes, red pepper, and fresh coriander.
Açor da Alentejana.
Açorda is a typical Portuguese soup from the Alentejo region that can be served as a starter or main dish. This Alentejo soup is usually made with bread, eggs, salt, garlic, coriander, olive oil, and water.
Algarve. Dourada grelhada.
The Algarve coastline is 200 kilometers long, so it's natural that one of the region's favorite dishes has a big fish as a centerpiece. There's no simpler recipe than grilled gilt head bream. A couple of boiled potatoes and a simple lettuce and tomato salad is enough to enjoy one of Portugal's most loved fish.
Bola de Berlim.
Bola de Berlim, also known as a Berliner, is a Portuguese version of a donut. It's a very popular Portuguese summer pastry, which historically originates in Germany. It's typically bigger than its German counterpart, and is filled with an egg-based cream. It's like a donut sliced into halves. They are made with sweet dough fried in oil, with some powdered sugar icing on top. It's very popular in many beaches in Portugal,